All right, girls, welcome to tonight's Team Living Healthy and Fit team call. It is Wednesday, March 29th. I feel like we were just saying it was the first week of March. It's crazy to me that it's the end of March already. So tonight we have some exciting information to share with you about Success Club. But first, I would like to welcome our two newest members to our family. So Ashley Wilburn is one of our newest coaches, as well as Angie Baldoff. So we're super excited to have both of them as new members of our team and to welcome them into our family. So for tonight, I am going to do a screen share with all of you. A little birdie told me that learning from visual is helpful. So I thought we would do a little PowerPoint tonight so that we can, change things up a little bit. So tonight I would like to talk with you all about hitting Success Club. And a lot of you on this call, well, all of you on this call know what Success Club is and know what it takes to get there, right? This is probably nothing new that you're going to hear, but maybe just refreshing our memory and hearing it in a different light or thinking about it in a different way will help to spark some new things or some new approaches, okay? So we're going to talk about hitting Success Club. For our newer coaches, Success Club is earned by enrolling customers or a new personally sponsored coach on home direct orders, okay? It is only on the initial order. We earn 1 Success Club point for Shakeology on HD. We also now earn, if you enroll someone on the performance stack, that is also 1 Success Club point, okay? Then we earn 2 Success Club points for challenge packs. Again, this is for only the initial orders. We are working to qualify for a minimum of Success Club 5 every single month. That means that we're helping 3 people, okay? We're helping 3 people to get on a healthier, happier path and working towards their health and fitness goals. There is Success Club 10 or higher, but Success Club 5 and 10 are the milestones or benchmarks that Beachbody recognizes, okay? So that's a little bit about what Success Club is and how we can earn it. So why do we want to reach Success Club? Okay, so aside from it being a milestone or a goal that we want to reach every month, we have the opportunity to win free prizes from corporate. We have the opportunity to win free Success Club trips. A lot of you girls know that at the end of April, PJ and I earned that trip to Punta Cana. That is an all-inclusive success trip for 5 days, 4 nights, and everything is completely paid for by hitting Success Club, okay? By us growing our business. The only thing that we had to pay for out of pocket was our flight. So that's over $1,200 that we earn on top of growing our business and doing what we said we were going to do to help other people. So that's a really awesome incentive that somewhere we would have never booked to go or even thought was possible to go, that we probably couldn't have afforded, that I know we couldn't have afforded before we started this opportunity. Not only can we now afford it, but we earned it for free by doing the vital behaviors and showing up every day. So that's a really good incentive to work towards as well, especially if you like to travel and you want to go somewhere warm and just get away for a few days. It's a sign that you're growing your business, okay? It's a sign that you are connecting with other people and helping them to reach their goals when you're reaching Success Club every month. It means that we're helping at least 3 to 5 people every month to work towards their goals. So just like you were connected with a challenge pack or with a program and you were put into a challenge group and you had a coach to lead you and help you get results and work towards your goals, that's exactly what you're doing to others. You're just helping to pay it forward, ask them what their goals are, and help them get connected with the right program, which is helping you to reach Success Club, okay? And as you do start helping those 3 to 5 people every month, you start to gain confidence. You start to gain momentum and see that the actions that you have been taking are starting to pay off. How many of you that have reached Success Club, like that's just such an awesome feeling when you hit it, because you know that The fact that you showed up every day, and maybe when you stepped outside of your comfort zone to invite someone, or you made a vulnerable post to put yourself out there on social media, when you know that those things are paying off and helping others, it's a really good feeling, right? It's just more encouragement and more empowerment for you to keep working for your goals. So creating a plan to reach Success Club every month. So again, you guys, for those of you on the call, nothing earth-shattering. These are things that we've talked about, but sometimes we lose sight of certain things. We get distracted by things that are happening in life, or we get distracted by, focusing on our team members too much, or we get distracted by, other things that are going on. Like maybe we need to focus more on making pretty templates for our challenge groups, or just silly things that distract us from what the real focus should be, right? We're all guilty of that at times. So these steps will help you to reach Success Club every single month. Hosting a challenge group every month, non-negotiable. If you girls don't already have a challenge group in mind for April, get a calendar out and put it on the calendar. Get it out, and 3 weeks from right now, say, I'm starting a challenge group. Don't worry about if it's going to fill up. Don't worry about who's going to be in it. Put it on the calendar and work for it, okay? Once you put it on paper, it becomes real. Then you know what you're aiming for. You also need to keep in mind, so let's say in 3 weeks from now, just for an example, I always like to start mine on a Monday. So we would be looking at Monday the 17th. So Monday the 17th is going to be your next challenge group start date. That means that April 12th, we can now be a little bit closer, but Wednesday, April 12th, is going to be your deadline date. Having a deadline allows you to close. It gives you something to work towards, okay? It allows you to say, when they're like, well, I'm just not really sure, or yeah, I would like to do it, or whatever they say, you can follow up with, great girl, we would love to have you. Our registration will be open until April 12th. When will work best for you to get enrolled? You have to lay it out there. We have, I think sometimes because we do this and we know the deadlines, we just expect other people to know them. We have to be very clear cut and let them know registration is going to be open from April, we'll say April 6th through April 12th. What day works best for you, okay? It gives them a clear message and an opportunity to take action. It makes them say, well, I could do it this day, or I get paid on this day, so if you could send me the information then, okay? So making sure that you have the date, the start date written down, as well as your deadline, so you know exactly what you're working towards. And when you're talking to people, you are confident in knowing what your dates are. The next one is to be present on social media, sharing your story. So obviously, in order to be consistent in sharing your story, we need to be working on our own health and fitness journey. You don't have to be where you want to be yet. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be on your A game all the time. But we need to be the light for people 95% of the time. If you find yourself struggling from time to time, it's okay. If you fall off track, it's okay. Be real with people, share that you've fallen off track, that you've been struggling a little bit, but then share how you're going to work to get right back on track and working towards your goals. Work on being that light. Use your social media and the fact that people are watching you and following you as your daily accountability, you guys. Okay, that's your daily check-in, is sharing how you're doing in your journey so that you can inspire and be the light for other people. The other thing that you need to do when you're posting on social media and sharing your story is to actively post calls to action. We need to, again, make sure that message is clear and we're sharing our story or maybe a transformation. And at the end, we're saying, I would love for you to join me. If this speaks to you, or if you have ever felt like X, Y, and Z, maybe you're sharing the way you used to feel. If you've ever felt like this, comment below, I'm in, so that we can chat, girl. Make sure you're giving clear call to actions to encourage that engagement with your posts, okay? Invite your Rockstar Challengers and your coaching prospects to our monthly coaching events. Because I've been hosting at least one every month, but last month or in March, I did 2 coaching events for our team. I do that for myself, but I also do that for all of you. So are you inviting to those? If you're not, you're missing the boat. Like, that's a super easy way to invite people to learn more about what we do, and you really don't have to do very much work. You can't tell me that it takes too much time, or I don't have the time to do this, or I wasn't able to invite, because I'm doing all the legwork. All you have to do is invite people to listen in on the call or to be a part of the one-day event. I know Michelle had a girl in there who really enjoyed the one-day event and is saving up money or doing whatever she needs to do so that she can enroll as a coach with our team. So make sure you're taking advantage of the live events and the coaching events that I am sharing for our team, okay? Hosting a 5 to 7 day free groups. So this is a great opportunity for you to provide value to your followers who maybe aren't sure what a challenge group is. Maybe you haven't been consistent recently and you need to build that trust and that credibility with people again. Hosting a 5 to 7 day free group is the perfect opportunity to grow those relationships, to provide value to your followers, and to show them a little glimpse of what our challenge groups are. Okay, you can make it a wide variety of things, you guys. It can be clean eating recipes. It can be rethink your drink we've done. And it doesn't even have to be nutrition based. You can do like a plank challenge or a squat challenge. Or if you don't want to do fitness, do something that you enjoy doing and make that a group. Hannah, I'm going to use you for an example. You enjoy dancing and you performed for a long time. Maybe doing like a dance group or something where you guys just do fun dances for a couple days, or maybe you share about a certain move and the technique on it, one day or once a day for 5 days, or just, something like that to help girls who maybe are working towards getting lead roles or roles in plays and things like that. I'm just throwing ideas out there. If you're really good at makeup, sharing how to do makeup and what some of your favorite products are each day. Think outside the box, but provide that value for people, okay? And once you start growing that relationship, it just becomes the natural process to invite them into a paid challenge group where they're working towards their nutrition and fitness goals, okay? The next is making sure that you're doing your power hour every day, without fail, every single day. So you're adding 3 to 5 new friends every day. 3 to 5 friends every day, okay? You're starting 3 to 5 new conversations every day. That's super easy. If you're adding 3 to 5 new people every day, boom, there's your 3 to 5 new conversations every day, okay? So those two go hand in hand. Inviting 3 to 5 new friends to join you in your upcoming group. Okay, so the people that you've reconnected with and you're talking with and you've started growing those relationships, it's going to take a little bit of time to grow that momentum to make sure you have enough conversations going. But if you don't have 3 to 5 people to invite, that means we're not making enough connection. That means we're not starting enough conversations, okay? So if you miss one, it's going to become a domino effect that the other 2 aren't going to happen, okay? So make sure that you're taking the time to connect, to add 3 to 5 new people every day, to connect with 3 to 5 new people every day, and then to invite 3 to 5. 3 is the bare minimum, you guys, bare minimum. And this is where we'll talk about tracking. I didn't put this in there, but this is where it's going to become important for you to understand. Tracking what you're doing every day is going to allow you to evaluate if you need to do more. So if you're already reaching out and adding and inviting 5 friends every day, so it's 15 conversations you have going every day, and you're still not reaching Success Club, then we know we need to up the numbers. We know that the bare minimum is no longer enough, okay? At least at this point, until we gain some more momentum. But if you're not tracking and you're just kind of guesstimating, there's no opportunity for growth because you don't know where your baseline is. So in order to move forward and to grow your business, we have to track what we're doing, okay? Whether you're tracking it and you're just writing it in your journal and you can look back, or you're using that the business activity tracker, or you're using the one that I created, I don't care what you use, girls, but you have to be tracking so that you know where there's room for growth, okay? The next one is following up with 10 in place. So people who go on my 10 in play list, I have a new one every week. It starts fresh every single week. And this has been a game changer for my business. It has been a game changer in my tracking system and in my follow-up system. So every person that asks for more information or says yes that they're in goes on my 10 in play list. I then put a check mark or a star, or I highlight them once they've enrolled. If they don't end up enrolling, guess what, guys? I need to follow up with them, right? They're not necessarily going to come back to me right away. I need to do my job and follow up with that person. So I had a really good January and February because I went through my journal that had 10 people, at least 10 people for 10 in plays every week last year. I made a list. I made a master list that was almost 200 people. And I started connecting with those people and re-inviting them and asking them if now was a good time. And I had really good months because I did what? I did my due diligence and I followed up with the people who were interested, but it just wasn't the right time. Maybe it was finances. Maybe they didn't really understand the process. Maybe they didn't trust me and they needed to follow me for a little bit. Maybe they just weren't ready. There's all sorts of answers. Maybe they didn't see my message. I mean, there's so many stupid things. We get inside our heads and think, oh, well, they never responded, you know, so they're not going to join me. Perfect example. I had a girl yesterday. I followed up with her because she wants to be in my April group. And she goes, oh my goodness, I messaged you back last night and I never hit send. But if I wouldn't have followed up with her, it probably would have just been, you know, lost and I never would have talked to her. You know what I mean? So we have to do our due diligence and make sure we're writing those names down so that we can go back and keep building that relationship. So when they are ready, because everybody needs health and fitness, you guys. We are providing something that people need. People don't need makeup. We want it. They don't need makeup. They don't need a lot of these different things that are being sold in network marketing, but they don't like candles and things like that, but they need their health and fitness. They need to be well to be there for their families. So make sure that you're following up with people who have said yes or maybe or ask questions, okay? So what's the secret? So there is no secret, right? The coaches who are hitting Success Club month after month and who are Success Club All-Stars and Success Club All-Star Legends and all of that, it's because they're showing up every single day. And the coaches who are hitting Success Club 10, 20, 30, 40, 80, like Meg, which is crazy bananas, still blows my mind, it's because they are failing at a faster rate. They are hearing far more no's than you and I are, okay? So they're gonna hear a lot more yeses because they're willing to fail more. They're willing to hear more no's, okay? So making sure that you're showing up every single day. You're showing up in your own health and fitness journey. You're showing up with sharing your story. You're showing up with making new friends. You're showing up with connecting with 3 to 5 people every day. And you're showing up to invite 3 to 5 people. You guys, this business is not hard. It really is not physically hard. It's a mental game, 100%. And that leads me to belief. If you are doing all of these behaviors and you are showing up consistently and you still find yourself struggling to reach Success Club, it's because you lack the belief within yourself. And people know that. People can feel that when you message them that you're timid and you're not confident about what you're sharing with them. They can feel it in your posts when they read your posts. So you have to believe in you. Dive into your personal development. Look in the mirror and say, I can do this. I am a person of value. I can help people. And the moment you start to believe that, you guys, you're going to exude such confidence and such excitement for what we do as coaches that you are inevitably going to start reaching Success Club. But you have to have all of that wrapped into one package, okay? We have to show up every day. And I mean, how many of you have ever felt yourself, hold on a second, my battery's dying. Okay. How many of you have ever felt yourself discouraged because maybe your coaches aren't reaching Success Club, or your business isn't growing quite as fast as you wanted? This is the key. This is the key. If you're not reaching Success Club, how are your coaches going to reach it? And if your coaches aren't reaching it, then they're not doing the vital opportunity or the vital behaviors to grow this opportunity. So we as leaders, we as coaches need to step into the leadership role and make sure we're showing up for ourselves, for our coaches, and for our followers every day. I know that's a tall order, you guys, but we have amazing things to offer people. And we can't do that if we don't show up. So start right now, today. Success Club is no longer negotiable. It's something that you are going to do because you can do it. You just have to show up. You have to stop playing the mind games with yourself and know that if I do these simple behaviors, if I keep it simple and I just focus on growing those relationships, keeping on track myself, and helping people, you will hit it, you guys. I promise you that. I know that it sounds simple, and it's almost like this, it can't be that easy. It can't be that easy to build a six-figure business. It is. But because it's so easy, it's just as easily pushed to the bottom of the to-do list, just as easily not done, just as easily, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, if you're not dedicated, if your why is not big enough, if you don't have the belief within yourself. We all have moments of doubt. We all have times of struggle. But we have to get over that shit and just move forward. And if you have to fake it for right now until you start growing that confidence, fake it. But you can do it. That's all I have for tonight. Do you girls have any questions? Anything that I can help with as far as conversations or reaching Success Club, or is there something that you personally have found yourself struggling with? Anything?
If we do our deadline on the 12th and it starts on the 17th, are they going to get their stuff in time?
If they do the, okay, so I should have clarified. For me, I've been only doing the all access pass. So they typically get the package within 3 days. Their DVDs and their meal plan, everything is accessible within 2 days. So occasionally, depending on where they are, occasionally they might not have their Shakeology yet. I do share the 21-day fixed portion container cheat sheet. So if they don't have their containers, then they can use the, 1 cup, half cup, just like their measuring cups. Ideally, the cutoff is that Monday before to give a full week, right? But for those who maybe are, wait till the last minute type of a thing, or to give yourself a little bit more time, you can get away with going to that Wednesday.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Let's do 2 more questions. We got about 5 minutes. Let's do 2 more questions, you guys. Don't be shy. There's my Landon. Come on, guys. 2 questions. And it can't be about how did he get so cute. I'm just kidding, Marguerite.
I'm sorry, I had to go get him something to drink. What did you ask?
I just said I'll take 2 questions before we sign off. I'll answer Katie's. Do you have a question, Marguerite, or you just weren't sure?
No, I just wasn't sure.
Okay. So Katie, I'm going to answer your question, then we'll take one more. So when I share my stories, I include the Weight Watchers at the start of my journey 12 years ago. Absolutely. Absolutely share that, because that's a big piece of your story. You guys, I did Weight Watchers. I did the Atkins diet. I did where I was just running on a treadmill before we got married. Like, I've done all sorts of things. And they worked for a short period of time. That's part of my story, is they worked for a short period of time, but nothing was substantial enough to make me make lifestyle changes. I never really learned what I needed to eat and the balance in exercise in one package like Beachbody has given me. Okay, so Katie, you might have a similar story. You might have enjoyed Weight Watchers. It might have worked for you for a period of time, but there's something that wasn't working, and that's why you looked for something different. So you can share that, because I guarantee you there are a ton of women out there who have tried yo-yo dieting, who have tried Weight Watchers, who have tried Atkins, who have tried paleo, who have tried the Whole30, all these different things, but nothing is a package like Beachbody to give you exactly what you need to be doing for your workouts and exactly what you need to be eating and how much to eat on a daily basis. Yeah. So yeah, share that. I feel like, unless it's like a super negative thing, I still feel that you should share your skeletons, or as on the National Wake Up Call the other day, she called them gremlins, but you have to share how you shine the light on them to get rid of them. And you don't ever want, like, if you're making a post like that, you don't ever want it to be just negative, right? But other than, like, I don't feel like you should ever hold anything back, because then you're not being true to who you are. But did anybody listen to that National Wake Up Call? Because that was phenomenal. How she talked about shining, like, gremlins are these little things that you kind of hide and push away in the dark, and they can only live in the dark. But the second that you shine the light on them, they can't live. And it's the same thing with the things that you're battling in your head. They're those little gremlins. They're trying to beat you down and take your self-confidence and make you feel doubtful and take your belief away and take your dreams away. Shine the light on those suckers. Share that with people. And the moment you start to shine the light on it, it might be really scary while you're typing that post out, I'm not gonna lie. But you're gonna feel so much better, and it's gonna be a relief, and you can start to move past them because you put the light on them. If you did not listen to that wake up call, it was last week's, and it was phenomenal. For sure. Because I did not give her nearly enough credit for what I had, my little synopsis of that, but it really was incredible. So make sure you go back and listen to that, but always be authentic in who you are, for sure. Yeah, cool. One more. Do one more question. I love seeing all your faces again. Marguerite gave me the kick in the butt. She's like, we probably need to go back to Zoom call. I was like, I know. Come on, one more, you guys. We haven't had a Zoom call and interactive in a few weeks. One more.
Okay. So
Figured since I requested the Zoom back, I should probably show my face tonight.
Well, we appreciate that.
So one thing I'm really struggling with is stuff to go live with, like what to talk about. So I need help with that, because it's not even really like, I'm past the like fear of it. I mean, I'm still not like super comfortable with it, but I'm over that, like I'm too scared, and I'll do it, but I just feel like I don't know, like I'm not good enough with like cooking. Like I like to cook a lot, but I'm not good enough with like trying to cook and explain and show what I'm doing. So I don't know, I struggle with like ideas of stuff.
Okay, yeah, so that's a great question, because live is hot. And if you guys have been listening to anything about the social media gurus, in another couple of years, we're not even going to have written posts, is what Shalene is predicting. It is, everything is going to be live on social media and Facebook. So you need to go live if you haven't been, okay? Get comfortable with it. fail forward. I stumble over my words. I stumbled over the same sentence twice in my live feed last night. Who gives a shit? It was good and it got good engagement, okay? Be you. It gives people an opportunity to really see who you are, just like we are right now. So that's a great question, Marguerite, because I too have been kind of like racking my brain because I've been going live twice a week on my page for a couple weeks now. So just for example, last night I went live on drinking water. I did 3 tips on drinking water. So simple, you guys. And that's where I think we complicate it. You need to keep it so simple because we have to meet our followers where they're at. Most of them are not where we are or where we want to go. Keep it simple. So think about different things that you did when you first started. I did one on when I first started, I would drink a glass of water before I ate dinner so that my stomach was more full when I was cutting my portions in half. And I would brush my teeth right after dinner so that I didn't want to eat late night snacks. Super simple. Think about all the things that you've done to change recently or in the past year. What are some things that you have done to overcome, like maybe diving into your personal development? What are 3 tips that you've done to help start a more positive day? What are 2 tips that anyone can do to help their toddler stay, I don't know, on a healthier path, or I don't know, like I'm just like throwing ideas out there, but just like start brainstorming and writing things down. And things are not too small. Seriously, they are not too small, because I find that the most simplistic things like water are the ones that get the most engagement, because that's what people are comfortable about talking about, because it's something that they do on a regular basis too, right? So things like that. Maybe you're not cooking, but you're just throwing together like a quick recipe. Maybe it's already chopped up and you're just showing them like the amounts and putting it together and mixing it in a bowl. This is a perfect time for that, because we're going to be doing a lot more salads and like fresh stuff. Where in the wintertime it's a little bit harder to do that, but just doing little things like that. Maybe how you curl your hair, maybe how you do your makeup, you know, like anything like that. Just things that you do on a daily basis, and just remember that like nothing is too small to go live about.
I did the hair thing. It worked out really well too.
Yeah. See, so little things like that. Amanda Miller is amazing on Facebook. She has a larger following than Autumn. She is incredible. She's actually my Success Partners upline, and she is actually the guest host. So a little sneak, can't think of what the word is. I'm giving you a little sneak peek for next week, I guess. She is going to host our team call next week, and she has grown. I'm gonna mute you.
Sorry.
That's all right. She has grown her following by just doing short little fitness videos, and she has more followers than Autumn Calabrese. It's pretty crazy, or she's just under. She's right around her. But I go to her page and just check out, like she did one that was like 3 tips on daily motivation, or how to start your day right, or you know, something like that. Just keep it simple and try not to overcomplicate or feel like you need to do like all this crazy stuff to get engagement. Try to keep it simple and just think about the things that you do on a daily basis to encourage your followers to engage with you. Okay. Does that help? I know I didn't give you like a ton of ideas, but it's just.
No, that was super helpful. I mean, like now you say that, I think I've definitely been trying to like overcomplicate it and like make it a lot harder than it needs to be. I mean, you know, like you said, just like think back to things like, I mean, a lot of these people are just like thinking about making a change. They're probably not even making changes. So just super simple, like, what does clean eating even mean? You know, like people like probably don't even. Cool. All right. Thank you. That was very helpful.
Yeah, no problem, love. Let's see. There's a couple comments here. Okay, so let's see. I like to watch short videos. I won't commit to a long video. Keep them short and sweet. Yeah. So I think that there should be like a mixed variety. Try to keep some of them short and sweet for sure. But I do find that like my post last night was like a little over 8 minutes, and it did really well. My post on apple cider vinegar had over 26,000 impressions, which was huge for my page. And I think it was like 9 minutes. So don't be afraid that if you're feeling passionate or you're into a topic, don't feel like you have to cut it off, okay? Follow through with the content that you're sharing and the tips that you're sharing. But most of the time, under 10 minutes is going to be the sweet spot, okay? And let's see what Hannah said. So Ashley Molstead does posts about some of her favorite things on Fridays. She also does some about making mixed drinks. Look her up on Facebook. She's great. Yeah, so, I mean, just kind of looking to see what are you drawn to? You know, maybe going through Pinterest and what are the things that grab your attention and use that as a topic. You guys, there's so many things. What would you post about in a, Jesse Reagan shares this in his training is things that you post that you would type out post, you can absolutely do the same thing and go live talking about that topic and vice versa. It's good to intertwine the two and mix them up and reshare the same content, but doing it in different formats. Okay, so that way they're getting a different sense of the post, because you're going to type it out different than you would say it, right? And you're going to say it different than you would type it out. So it gives people a different perspective on your thoughts on a particular topic. Okay. All right. It's 9:07. So do we have any other questions? Are we good? Good. Awesome. Thank you all for jumping on the call. Oh, really quick before we sign off. Super Saturday is April 8th, you guys. Get to one. I unfortunately cannot make this one because I'm going to be at the Ohio Equine Fair and I'm not going to be able to get away. But make sure that you are getting to one. I can count on one hand how many times I've missed a Super Saturday. And I'll be going to some trainings while in Punta Cana at the end of April. So I will get a little bit of filling up my cup there as well. Make sure you get to one. I believe that Angie Green is hosting one here in Toledo. I did see it on the map. I don't know what she's going to cover. I didn't look into the event. I did see that Tara Carr is at Cleveland. I know that that's a little bit of a drive for some of you, but you guys, she built her business while she lived in Japan. She started from ground zero while she lived in Japan and was on complete opposite time zones and is now an incredibly successful coach. She will be amazing to go see if you can get yourself to Cleveland. Make it a priority. Make it a priority to get to a Super Saturday on April 8th. There are 2 of them in Cleveland, and then there's one in Toledo, and then I think there's one up near the Ann Arbor area. There might even be one in Columbus. There is no reason not to get to one. Okay? Make it a priority. Thank you so much for jumping on the call, girls, and making this time a priority in your business and in your growth. I appreciate and love you all, and I will see you all soon. I'll get the recording up just as soon as I can. Good night.